So I just gotta tell y'all about this. So last night I was stuck in prayer for maybe a total, at least an hour. I'd say closer to maybe 2 hours in meditation. And I got so deep into it. This is the second time it wasn't as deep the first time, about a month ago, when I was focusing on the Most High and talking to Him in my mind. And I was so focused on Him for maybe a good 10 minutes. And I noticed as I was doing it, my pineal gland at that time, it literally, after I got out of it, it literally felt like my pineal gland was in a workout. Like it was so sore right here, and I could literally, like I just felt something right here. But I didn't get too deep, My girl kind of distracted me and broke me out of it. But this time I was completely alone. Last night. And I believe I was in a prophetic state. Now, to get in this state, it'd take a lot of fasting, basically. When you do eat, you eat the right foods. You clear mind and body. And you have to get into that state where, like, you're mad focused on the Most High, and your breathing's in sync and in tune. We can naturally enter this state, and there's a lot of people that can enter the state naturally. And you can also get into this state with microdoses of shrooms also. But we should seek to enter this state naturally. Besides all that, I was in this thing for like 2 hours, right? The first round was maybe like 30 minutes. I had my 432 hertz music on. And I was on my knees, how I usually pray. I had my 100% linen tunic on, linen robe, which also increases the vibration along with the 432 hertz. So along with that, I was on my knees, mind completely on the Father, and nothing else entered. So focused on the Creator. And I don't know how deep into it, how long into it, where this occurred, but it got to the point where I was asking the Most High, like sincerely, like, what do you want from me? What do you want me to do? In regards to when He spoke to me, I was more so asking when I was spoken to in 2016, the night before my brother's funeral, when He said, through my mom, when He used her as a vessel, gather the sheep for it's too late. So it was like at the moment I asked that, it felt like, the only way I can describe it basically is, it felt like His spirit. I was like so deep into a trance, if you want to say, into this state, that I was conscious. You know what I'm saying? I was conscious, but it was like His spirit was like took control of me, right? because I was on my knees and it felt like something was trying to make me lean back. Like I was on my knees and I just let it go. I kept talking to him, I kept doing what I was doing. And I know I was conscious of it happening, but I didn't want to, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to fight it. So I just let go. And it was like, it's weird. It's weirdest thing ever. Well, not ever, but because I've had crazy experiences with the Most High. But it was like, as I let go, it's like something was sitting me down, right? I went from being upright on my knees to sitting back. It was like an automatic thing. Like I wasn't even moving. It moved. I was being moved, if you want to say. I don't know how to explain it. So I went from upright on my knees to sitting back on my knees, like my ass was on my heels. And then it happened so slow. I was like that, slowly sat on my heels, and then leaned forward, and my forehead was touching the ground. My chin was basically tucked where my knees were. I've never been in this position before when I prayed. Like I've been on my knees before, my head to the ground and my hands out, but never like, I was so tucked, like so compact. I felt like a turtle, yo, for real. And my hands were to my side and my fists on the ground to my side, and my wrists actually like, and I was stuck in that position praying for a good while. When I got out of it, like I was getting so deep into it, and I didn't want to. I started seeing like this black place with some kind of green. I started seeing some little green color, right? And like I want to say an emerald or something. I don't know if I was finna see the temple or something like that. I really don't know. And my breathing was so in tune. It was like I was awake and asleep at the same time. And I started thinking to myself, like, I'm so deep into this, like, I don't even want to get too deep. And I just had to tell somebody about that happening, like something making me basically get in that position when I asked him that. So I got out of it. And I kind of wish I didn't. I kind of wish I just stayed like that and just kept going deeper. But yeah, my wrist started hurting, so I had to like put my hands down flat. And when I stayed like that for at least 15, it had to be at least 15 minutes, because when I got out of it and I looked at my 432 hertz on YouTube, it said 29 minutes. So the whole process of me putting the music on and getting on my knees and all that happening was a whole 30 minutes. And I did it I went back into it several times. And what was weird is I noticed, because there was a storm yesterday, right? And my dog had some kind of issue where every time there's a storm, he starts crying, he starts barking. I noticed during this whole time I was in prayer, he did not bark at all. And once I got out of it, like 5 minutes later, I hear a storm coming back. He starts barking. I went back into the prayer, right? For maybe a good 15 minutes or something. And I didn't get as deep as the initial time. But I noticed he stopped barking again. And I was able to tune out his barking, and it didn't bother me. And then eventually I noticed the storm went away again. He stopped barking. And then when I got out of it again, the storm came back and he's barking again. It was like every time I went in and out several times. And it was like every time I got out, the storm came back, he started barking. When I went back in, the storm went away. And what I got from that is, focus on the Most High. It don't matter what's around you. You're not going to hear the storm. You're not going to see the storm, you know? And what I got from when I asked him what he wants from me, and then being basically automatically made to worship in that position, from what I got from that, it was basically like, nigga, he was like, I just want you to worship me right now, basically. Like, stop focusing on everything else. Stop worrying about, my Forex stuff, my challenge, getting funded. Stop worrying about if it's gonna happen or not. Stop. When you have a bad day, a bad trading day, or a bad day in general, or just let it be. You know what I'm saying? Know that I got you, basically. Because all the best things I've gotten in my life, he handed to me. I didn't even have to work that hard for it, really. Just when I it was like the times in my life when I'm most focused on him, things just come to me. You know what I'm saying? You seek him first, things will be added to you, basically. That's what I got from it. And honestly, I think everybody should enter this state, and it's really hard. It's really hard to get into it because we have so many distractions, so many thoughts that even while we're praying and trying to focus, like, thoughts will creep in and get us off track. But I think all of us should, get into a quiet place, isolate ourselves, and get into the meditation, a really very deep meditation on the Most High, and seek his face daily. Like, if I could have, I honestly wish I could be in that state, like, for eternity, you know what I'm saying? Like, I imagine that's what heaven is like, just a state of bliss and just worshiping the Most High for all time, And I wanna start getting into that state daily, because it's like pure bliss, you know what I'm saying? Pure connection to the Most High. And I honestly should have went deeper. I should, which I'm gonna try to do again, and I'm not gonna get out of it. But yeah, I always had to tell y'all about that. Just get into more prayer, We spend too much, especially Israelites, spend too much time debating people on topics that it's really, things that don't really matter. And, seeking strife. We need to escape all this negative energy stuff. We need to focus on the Most High, focus on our mission. And seek his face daily. Literally seek his face daily. I'm not talking about no damn 20-second prayer. I'm talking about seek his face, bro. Like, tap in and try to find him for real.